Okay, reading time. Mm.
I said the iguanodon.
Mm.
I'm the Amagasaurus.
Mm.
Stanley the Sauropelta. Rosanna the Webatisaurus.
Mm. No more.
Elasticfeather the Lyosionis.
Mm. Okay. One noisy night, millions of years ago, an iguanodon could not sleep. It was a stormy night.
Not stormy night.
Thunder cracked, lightning whizzed, and heavy rain hammered onto the rocks. Around Isaac, he heard those peacefully, but the sounds of the night kept Isaac awake. At last, the storm quietened, and Isaac was just drifting off to sleep when Amos, the
Amagasaurus
was having a midnight snack. Please be quiet, Isaac shouted. Night is not the time for snacking. And Isaac stuck a fir cone in each ear to block out the noise. Amos stopped eating, and Isaac was just nodding off again when now Roxana, the
Webatisaurus
was having a bad dream. Shh! Isaac called out louder this time. Night is not the time for shouting. And Isaac lay down again and pulled a big palm leaf over his face. Roxana settled down, and Isaac was drifting off for a third time when a Saropelta called
Stanley
was scratching an itch between his shoulder spikes. Stop! Yelled Isaac as loud as he could. Night is not the time for scratching. And he buried his head under his mom's legs. Suddenly, there was an enormous crack from the storm again, and Isaac jumped. He squeezed in between his mom and dad, and next to his little sister. But maybe that wasn't such a good idea either. Zzz, snored his dad. Shh, 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 went his mom, and he, when was this? When was this noisy night ever going to end? Just about everything else in the forest that could make a noise did make a noise that night. Even the bugs buzzed louder than usual. Be quiet! Isaac yelled at it all. The next day, Isaac came up with a plan. He collected pine nuts, horsetail plants, fern leaves, and all of the things that Amos loved to eat. Then he took all the food to Amos. Here's a big feast for you to eat before bedtime, said Isaac. Then you won't snack in the night. Next, Isaac rushed around the forest looking for unusual creatures. Isaac wanted to tell Roxana a relaxing story to help her settle for the night. He soon spotted a lovely Liosaurus. Isaac made up a super story about the Liosaurus. I tell you the ending at bedtime, he said to Roxana. You'll have happy sleepy thoughts tonight. Isaac promised. There wasn't much time left. Isaac rushed back into the forest and looked for a special piece of rough and bumpy bark. Isaac found just what he was looking for and took it back for Stanley. This will be perfect for you to scratch your back You're back on before bedtime, he told Stanley. It was getting dark, but Isaac was still busy. He tied back loose branches and black caps in any trees that might whistle in the wind.
This we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Isaac in here.
He slapped moss on any rocks that might be noisy if it rained, and made a cozy palm leaf tent to sleep under. Then Isaac tripped over something in the dull evening night to look down at two palm leaf bulbs poking out from the ground. They were the perfect size to block his ears. Phew, said Isaac, trying the palm leaf bulbs in his ears. That busy day has tired me out. I'll just sit here for a while. By bedtime, the forest was quiet, but Isaac was nowhere to be found. His friends soon discovered him behind a tree. Now, the only sound anyone could hear was Isaac snoring very loudly. The end. Good night, book. Good night.